Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that have taught us this truth, that are constantly ruling well through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom to my beloved brethren that are out there pushing this word wholeheartedly in truth and in sincerity, that are not wavering to the left nor to the right, but constantly stand on that straight and narrow, fighting for your crowns in these last days that we are truly living in. Shalom to the few sisters, the Aquafs that are out there. Shalom also to the Israelite foreigners, those that may look like the other nations, but their seed line goes back to our forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Hardy Shalom. All right. I'm the brother Iraq, coming back with another lesson, Lord willing, edifying, feed the lambs of the Lord willing. Okay. And yeah, this video is right here that I got queued up from Dr. Zelenko. Okay, it says reveal horrific mark of the beast, bank of technology engineered to condemn humanity. All right, which, you know, Dr. Zelenko, he's a 1948er, small hat, okay, actually goes back to the seed of Amalek, all right, which goes back to the nation of Esau, Edom, right? But as you watch this video, you know, a lot of you Israelites that are out there that, you know, chucking and jiving and tap dancing around what the mark of the beast really is and not really breaking it down accordingly, okay? Well, this man pretty much puts you to shame because he understands what the mark of the beast actually really is, all right? He understands what it really is, okay? I mean, he does go off when he says that the mark of the beast is the jump shot, but I understand what he was saying, all right? Because he's pretty much saying that the technology that has been placed inside of your body via the way of that jump shot, okay, is doing what? Admitting data from your body, okay? And that's that nanobots and, you know, everything else that they got inside, you know, the masses of the people that went and, you know, ran down to Esau for help, you know what I'm saying? All right, which was under what the patent or for Bill for Bill Gates, you know, Microsoft. He had the patent. I believe it's 060606. Okay, you can look that up. All right, but nevertheless, when you listen to the whole thing, he's pretty much accurate in what he's saying. All right, so let's play this video. Lord willing, you edify, and we're gonna grab some scriptures and move on. Let's go.
And that's why Klaus Schwab, the sociopath, 2016, in a video recorded with subtitles in French, said by 2026, in 10 years, every single human being will be tagged with a digital identifier. Okay? He said it, that's by 2026, they're giving themselves a year or two hedge before there's a global economic collapse. And so this has all been, and the proof is the following. There are two patents that prove everything that I'm saying, which we spoke about before, but I want to connect them. Patent number one is that there is technology already in the vaccines that are being injected that measure your internal physiological data, your heart rate, your breathing rate, your temperature, and then transmit that biometric data with your location to a third party. That has a lot of implications, but there is a patent owned by Microsoft, which is the linkage. Listen to this. 2020, everyone knows about it. It's WO 2020 060606. It's an international patent. That patent is called linkage of biometric data to cryptocurrency, owned by Microsoft. In other words, basically, you're going to have your own internal Apple Pay, but it's or Easy Pass, whatever it is, but you won't be able to extricate it from you. I take my Easy Pass and throw it out the window, but I won't be able to take out this transmitting technology that gives a third party, whoever they may be, knowledge of my internal temperament and physiological data and my location. And now, legally speaking, what they're going to be able to do is paper money will go away. And the only way you're going to be able to transact is if you're part of the system, if you are actually transmitting biometric data. That is a form of absolute enslavement. Because if you're not transmitting that data, there's going to be restrictions made where you can shop, if you can shop at all. So I don't have to put a bullet in your head, I just have to limit your ability to buy bread. Or let's say enforce social credit system like exists in China, if you go out of your permitted, let's say Sean, I don't like what you say. So I'm going to say you can't leave your house more than a mile radius. And since I know your location because you're plugged into the grid, so if you go out of your permitted location, I just turn off your ability to do commerce. So all of a sudden I can manipulate your behavior, control your behavior, and enslave you and imprison you just by being able to control finance and commerce.
So he mentions commerce, being able to control your finance in your commerce, okay? Now, these are key words because see, this is what these other individuals they don't want to touch on. The fact of buying and selling, you know. They say, oh, the brain, you know, it starts with the knowledge. That's the forehead, the hand is the action, yada yada yada. All right. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to touch on the commerce, all right? How everybody's gonna have to do what? Buy and sell. Let's look at this word commerce. It says the activity of buying and selling, especially on a large scale, okay? And how are they gonna do that? Via the way of that what? Mark of the beast, that CHIP, okay? The MOTBZ, all right? The Kragma, okay? You know? That tiny rice grain device that they're gonna put what inside of your left hand, your butt cheek, you know, where your forehead, wherever they're gonna put it at, it's gonna allow you to buy and sell. You see what I'm saying? Okay, and this is why, you know, a lot of these individuals, see, you know, they have a form of godliness, but they're far from the Most High. Okay, and they're not teaching Israel accordingly. They're not warning, but they'll make a statement. You know what? Well, I won't take the mark of the beast. You know, well, why don't you tell everybody why they shouldn't take the mark of the beast? Because if you take that mark of the beast, that's what's going to be sent, you know, which is going to be a stamp to pretty much give your allegiance over to the enemy, all right, which the enemy being who? The global elites going back to their nation, Esau, Edom, all right, which they're totally against Yahweh by Shemal Shad, man, you know, but you're going to be stamped, okay, like cattle, branded with their mark, okay? Matter of fact, let me go over here to 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 12. This is 1 Corinthians 2 and 12. It says, now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of God. I'm going to read it verbatim. That we might know the things that are freely given to us of God, which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual things. You see, not everybody's mind is opened unto the spiritual teachings of Yahweh by Shemal Shad. Remember, he said he giveth his secret unto who? His servants, the prophets. Okay, so everybody that called himself a prophet, a teacher, an apostle, you know what I'm saying? You got different guys popping up calling themselves apostles. You know, calling himself after these prestigious names, trying to take on the banner of the true shepherds of the Lord, you know, but they don't fit the description, and it's all according to what they speak is how we can discern that they're false prophets or false teachers, you know. Those that are falsely sent or set up by Esau in order to what? Deceive your mind. Okay? Let's go to verse 14. It says, but the natural man receiving not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. You see? They are spiritually discerned. They don't have the Spirit to discern what is actually the truth. Or some men actually know that it is the truth, but then they will chuck and jive and lie, okay? Because of, you know, them taking the bag, selling out to Esau, that they're not going to actually give you the truth. And any partial truth and a lie associated with it is not the truth. All right, that's why they don't have that 100% truth, because the real men of the Lord are going to have that 100% truth, where it's going to be straightforward, you know, given to you straight up, right? This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 8. It says, now as James and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Okay, so in this walk of ours, you know, you got Israel that, why y'all can't get together, brother? Why y'all can't be under one banner? Well, if they speak not according to these words, then there's no light in them. All right, if we speak not the same thing, then we can't agree. Okay, so just like Moses, who was set up, Mashah was set up by the Most High himself, right? Moses himself had opposition. So even as being us Israelites that know that they're Israelites, there's going to be opposition, right? People call it so-called camp banging, you know, but that's how it is, right? A perfect balance, you know, for those to deceive those that are not to be saved, and then for those to receive salvation by following the true words of Yahweh by Shema Shai. You know what I'm saying? It says, so do these also. In fact, let me start from the top again. I'm sorry. 2 Timothy 3:8. Now, as James and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds reprobate concerning the faith, but they shall proceed no further, for their folly shall be made manifest unto all men, as theirs also was. Okay, and that's why, you know, the apostles say, you know, you're gonna have to keep that same energy, because when they actually present that mark to the world, which the technology is already here, you're gonna have to keep that same energy when they got people lining up at these chip stations, okay, in order for them to be connected to the system. You know what I'm saying? And everything is evident that we getting closer to the end. It's more evident than evident if you can see, okay, if the Lord is open, all right, your eyes to see. You know, it's getting more evident. You know, you got WorldCoin, the orb. The orb is pretty much all over, from Mexico to Argentina to Madrid, out some other European countries, is out in New York, you know, collecting that retina scans, biometric of your eyes. You know what I'm saying? You got the CBDC, the Central Digital Bank digital currency. Over 190 countries are getting on board with that platform. You know, hey, Esau's cornering the market. The U.S. petrodollar is devaluing. Okay, they're getting everybody hooked on these digital currencies. Everything is changing all around us. Amazon Gold stores, these stores where you could do biometric palm scanning to pay for your goods, QR codes to get into the buildings. It's all leading up to one thing, the mark of the beast. All right, it's all leading up to the mark of the beast, man. You know. Matter of fact, let me grab that real fast. I'm gonna go back to the video and I'm gonna grab a couple more scriptures. Okay. All right, because the pudding is there. You know, it's just only a matter of time till they be like, you know what, this is what you got to take in order for you to, you know, to live. You know what I'm saying? Revelation 13 and 16. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It says, and he called of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, right? So see, it says cause of all, okay? All right, poor, free, all different social classes, all right, are going to have to take it. And then we understand that the policy going to what? The mark, right? Which goes into what? The charagma, okay? Right? The charagma, okay? Matter of fact, let me go to the blue letter, you know, which, you know, goes into latter Greek, which goes down to grapho, which means to take your information, okay? But then there's also the word forehead, okay? The word forehead, which actually goes into what they've been pushing as far as I believe it's Twitter, okay, or Instagram is one of those platforms where they're pushing that metaverse, man. You know, all right. So the forehead dealing with Neuralink, a Blackstone. You know, they're doing their trials. Elon Musk is doing his trials, human trials. Okay. So forehead, which is metopan.
Strong's G 3359. Metopan.
The space between the eyes and the forehead. When you go into the latter root of the word, it goes into what? Meta. You see? All right, Meta, who's been pushing that whole metaverse, okay? Because they want to integrate you into this system, this digital system, this digital world. Just like how we watch the movie The Matrix, you be implemented into this digital world, okay, without you even realizing it. This is the goal that these devils want to push, man. You know, and that's why we're here to what? Warn the flock. We're here to truly warn, all right, our people, okay? Whether they want to hear or forbear, you know what I'm saying? So meta, all it pretty much says is uh, to be with, after, and behind. So meta, all right? So that's just something else. Just throwing that out there. Metaverse. No coincidence in the scriptures. No big deal. All right, so let's go back to the video. Let's go back over here. Here we go. Metaverse. Right. Let's get this. Let me see where we at. Doctors the link go.
This is exactly what's going on. And it's never been about COVID, because COVID is an artificially made bioweapon, which we have an antidote. Listen to this, Sean. This is going to blow your mind. That the treasonous animal who converted a bad coronavirus to a human infecting virus is Ralph Barrett.
You know what? I'm pretty much leaving
in 1999. And he published on it.
If you brothers want to watch the rest of the video, Lord's will, and I'll just post it in the comment section below. He pretty much said everything concerning what I was just talking about. So I'm not gonna go no further, because now you're talking about the Osiris virus. All right. So let's go into a couple of more of these scriptures. Okay. So let's go over here to the book of Titus. Titus chapter 1 verse 9. Okay. Titus chapter 1 verse 9, it says, "Hold fast the faithful words as he had been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayer." So if you believe that the mark of the beast is that tiny rice grain device that they're gonna put inside your body, you gotta hold those words sincerely. Okay, you gotta hold those words sincerely. All right, and keep preaching them. Okay, because there's gonna be a point where the Lord, He's gonna confound the rest of these false prophets. All right, and He's gonna uplift by His true believers. And we're gonna do what? Praise the Lord. All right, because what? Everything that we've been saying is what? Faithful and true, just as we believe. And you got to be see it in your mind to believe that. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind what the truth actually is. Okay, because we come into those times. Just for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. All right, those that know that they're Israelites. Okay, whose mouth must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake, all for the love of money, that dollar bill, man. All right, which most of them do, selling baby garments, t-shirt garments. You know what I'm saying? From every platform, from Etsy to Instagram to whatever platform that they got, their own website. Making merchandise of the house of the Lord, or just pretty much taking the bag. All right, putting themselves under what 501c3 charter, tax exemptions. Just where they're muzzled and controlled by who? The government. It says one of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said, "The Grecians are always liars, even evil beasts, slow bellies. This witness is true, wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith." So anybody that's going off, you're going to get rebuked. All right, you're going to get rebuked. You're going to get chastised. You're going to get corrected. But this is only for the Lord's elect at the end of the day. All right, because many are going to be destroyed under these false prophets' pernicious ways. All right, that's just what it is. Not everybody that is an Israelite name is going to be written in the book of life. Lord willing, our names, as sincerely believe, our names are. It says, "Not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth. Unto the pure, all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure." You see, on the outside they look good, they seem pure, they seem like they're right, but in the inside they're full of what? Dead man's bones. It says, "But even their mind and conscience is defiled. They profess that they know God, but in works they deny Him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate." All right, void of judgment, void of discernment, darkness. Okay, darknesses. All right, and the Lord's gonna get them. All right, let every man take account of the things that they say in the day of judgment. You know, so everything's gonna turn back upon their head because why? They got the blood on their hands. They didn't want Israel, just as the Lord commanded. So the Lord is going to be justified in destroying a lot of false prophets, all right, in a time of calamities. So, Lord willing, you have been edified. I just want to bring that through the Holy Spirit. I want to make it quick, concise, straight to the point. Okay, Lord willing, I did so. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.